Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at Ethernet communications. Ethernet communications are a little bit different than COM port 1 RS-232 communications, and they're different than the USB communications. So the first thing we need to do is we need to take a look at the IP address of our computer. An IP address is kind of similar to like your house. Your house has an address, it's on a street, it's in a city, it's in a state, and that's where your house is. And that's where we know where to get a hold of you if we need to. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this a couple ways. I'm going to go to the start, and you can pause and do this as much as you need to, and I'm going to do CMD. CMD is going to bring up a command screen right here. I'll drag it a little bit bigger, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to type ipconfig/all, like that, ipconfig/all. And what this does is this is going to tell me about the Ethernet networking on my computer. So let's take a look at this. So this is the name of my computer right here, WC159.Hickman. That's me, Sean Hickman. Your computer, you're going to be logged in, and it'll give you a name. And it'll tell me that I'm the star LCC EDU is the network, right? So let's take a look at it. Ethernet adapter local area connection. So I have an address here for this. I'm not hooked in this way. I'm hooked in wirelessly. You're going to be hooked in versus using a local network adapter. But what this physical address here says is 2880. This is the address of the Ethernet device inside of the computer. And I like to tell students it's like a VIN number on a car. When you buy a car, you get a VIN number, and that VIN number is unique to each car. No other car can have that, so we know what that device is. So when you boot up a device, it's that's Ethernet ready, it's going to have, I guess, a VIN number called a MAC address or a physical address. Okay, let's keep looking here. Wireless LAN adapter. That is how I'm connected. My computer here, I'm at my house, I'm connected wirelessly, and here's my physical address right here. So if I really need to know to set something up, I can always start with a physical address because that will never change, okay? But how am I connected? I'm looking for my Ipv4 address. So you're going to find your Ipv4 address, and we're going to check out a couple ways. Mine is 192.168.174. It's going to look a little bit different than yours because you're on the LCC network. I think yours might start with a 172, and mine is my home network, so my home network starts with a 192, and there's my subnet mask. Okay, so I'm using wireless. You're probably going to find your connected local area, but I'd like to take a look at this a different way, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to go to start again, and we're going to go into that control panel, and you're going to need to do this on yours, and we're going to go to Network Sharing Center, okay? And we'll do this over and over again. You have to get really good at this, and you're going to go to Change Adapter Settings. Okay, so here's what I have. I have a client connection that I can connect remotely. We're not going to mess with that. I have a network cable. I told you I am not plugged into the network, and therefore I got a red X there. You're gonna that's what you're probably going to click on because you're plugged in. I have a wireless network connection. That's what I'm going to click on. So you're going to double click this. I'm going to double click my wireless network connection. Okay, and this is going to tell me that I'm connected here at a speed of 300 megabits per second. Pretty darn fast. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click details. And so here you go again. There's my MAC address for that device that I'm connected to, and it does tell me my my dynamic address, 192.168.1-74. You're going to have something like that, which is like 172 or something, okay? We're going to quit out of here again, and we're going to come back to this page. So how do we get there? You clicked on the local area network connection. I'm going to click on my wireless again. Okay, so there we are. And I want you to go to Properties. Okay, and then we're going to go to TCP/IP4 right here. And you're going to see that this is selected on yours. obtain an IP address automatically. Okay, so what does that mean? That means when I connect this computer to the internet, it is going to find an address where it can connect to. LCC, if you want to think about the computers, is all a big parking lot. And the parking lot is full of cars, or I guess in this place it's full of computers, and that when some people turn their computer off, that space becomes available. So when you log in and when you connect, it assigns you a parking place for your computer, and then you can use the LCC network. I just showed you that mine was 192 something. If I take this computer to LCC and I turn it on, it gives me an address of 172. So there you go. It is called a dynamic IP address. Dynamic meaning that it changes. Okay, so that's very important for you to understand that this is connecting on that item here. Or if I did it on my local area network connection, if for some reason I did connect in there, it would obtain it automatically if I plugged a cable into here, okay, to what's available. So that is the bottom line on the dynamic IP.